Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is the Walking Dead time. It is time to review issue 182 of the Walking Dead comic titled The Commonwealth Grows. Now, judging by the cover, we have Pamela meeting John for the first time, and John is now the new de facto leader of the Saviors. So, yeah, let's get straight in. Previously, when Horde of Walkers blocks their return trip from Oceanside, Rick uses the opportunity just to show how capable his forces are to his new Commonwealth friends. The situation is well in hand when the governor veers from the path and draws Princess and Mercer in danger. They fight their way out and Princess plants a victory kiss on Mercer, but the governor's reckless behaviour was all just a way to show how capable her forces were as well. So I'm guessing Pamela just wants to show Rick that, yeah, the Commonwealth is not to be fucked with. Do not fuck us over, basically. But we start off at the Sanctuary with John again, because we haven't seen John since issue 168. That was the issue after Andrea's death. And obviously, because Sherry died, and obviously they were there just to stop Rick, because they wanted out of the trade group and stuff. But obviously John has finally seen sense and talks to new character Christopher about how it was, and obviously Christopher wants to shoot. He wants to learn how to shoot guns, but obviously John has told him, look, food is more important. We need to grow all these things like tomatoes, crops, basically everything like that. And then we see Mark, who kneeled with Negan in issue 168 to prove that they wanted everything back to the way Negan had it, but obviously no one wants that. And obviously John goes, nobody wants that, and wants to go back to that. And obviously Mark feels shame for it, because obviously what he did, he kneeled, he wanted it to go back, he was the only one. But then obviously Rick and Pamela arrive at the sanctuary. Got a nice little thing there. John is obviously quite skeptical, like, who is she? And then obviously Pamela introduces herself and Mercer. And they actually talk where Negan and Carl had their talk back in issue 105. Pamela explains how the Commonwealth thrives, and John is actually being friendly for once. And he says a line saying, I'm all about making friends now. And then obviously Pamela and Rick get to talking, and they actually, well, Pamela talks to Rick and she asks, who's Negan? And obviously he explains the story of Negan without telling us. And obviously we cut to the next day. Obviously they're all leaving the sanctuary. They spent the night there, and obviously they're now heading back. Rick asks, did you sleep well, to Dwight? And obviously Dwight's like, no, because it's bad, because obviously he spent so much time there as Negan's lieutenant, and as obviously the bad memories of him being a leader plus Sherry, it all comes flowing back. I don't expect Dwight to be going back to the sanctuary anytime soon. But yeah, the Rick Dwight conflict finally comes to a close as Dwight says he's sorry, and so does Rick, and says Laura, like Dwight says, Laura is fixing him. He's becoming a better person, and we actually cut back to the kingdom. We haven't actually been to the kingdom in a long time. This isn't a page spread or a double page, but I wish it was. Obviously, and we get a little reference to Ezekiel and Shiva, because the new leader says, welcome to the kingdom. The name made a lot more sense when we had a tiger here, referencing Shiva. Pamela asks, oh, like, they had a tiger? Like everyone has asked, like, they had a tiger? But obviously Rick explains, no, Ezekiel had a tiger. They're both no longer with us, which is a shame, because I really wanted them back. I want them to stay alive. But oh well, we can't change the past, Mr. Kirkman. But yeah, obviously then they go to Hilltop next, and Pamela's Dwight, because they all have these weird names, like Alexandria, Oceanside, the Sanctuary, the Kingdom, Hilltop. All these different places. They're learning about it, and obviously they talk. Obviously, we finally get a little bit of a backstory on Mercer, to be honest, I think. But obviously you get Rick saying, oh, I was a police officer in a small rural town in Georgia. And then Rick asks, what did you do before? And Mercer said he was a Marine. Now, That's quite interesting, because someone with high authority, obviously Mercer, he's quite trained in military combat, and he loves to save people. And he goes, the hilltop is just up ahead. They've been rebuilding, so pardon the mess, but obviously we find out that the hilltop is actually reborn. It's actually built up again. And obviously the whole of the hilltop and most of the guys from the kingdom have been helping. Rick is happy. Everyone's just happy. Rick sees Carl again. We get a nice little reunion between Rick and Carl. And they mention Andrea again, because obviously Carl was worried about Rick, and obviously Rick just like, why would you, and then put his head to shame, because obviously this is the first time he's remembered Andrea because of all the Commonwealth stuff. They talk. You did the right thing. I don't blame you for leaving. I wouldn't have. I needed the time alone, frankly. And obviously he's been thinking about Andrea, and obviously he doesn't want to tell Carl he's still been visiting Andrea's grave and sleeping on the grave just to be near her. And I don't blame him, to be honest. But Carl asks, he's not using the cane. He says, no, I don't know if the leg is healed, so maybe after all this time, Rick's leg has finally healed from Negan breaking it. But they make a little joke saying, oh, you still won't be able to win any foot races. But that's funny. But obviously, everyone starts talking, so like Maggie, Dante, Maxwell, Rick, Mercer, Pamela, Carl, Dwight, Aaron, all these other people, Jesus, explaining everything. Maggie's being really rude to Pamela, because obviously they don't know, obviously Maggie doesn't trust them. And then they explain that Michonne is still at Commonwealth, but Maggie thinks they've been taken prisoner, or she's been taken prisoner. But no, they realise, everyone is shocked to learn that Elodie is alive, and everyone is just shocked to hear about it, because obviously Elodie is alive and Michonne has a daughter. So basically now, obviously we cut to the next morning, and we find out that Rick Grimes is going to the Commonwealth. Okay, obviously a big team is now heading back to the Commonwealth, so obviously they're going to split up. So Dwight is going to head there as well, I think. Pamela, oh no, hang on, keep me company. So Rick Grimes is going to be riding with Pamela Milton in a carriage. Rick's like, I'm not going to pass this up, no, I'm going in the carriage. Pamela explains about what happened to Carl's eye. So yeah, who knows? Rick thinks that's a luxury that has always escaped us, obviously people getting hurt. And Pamela hopes those days of children getting shot in the eye is over now. But Rick just says, yeah. And she says, well, I'm impressed. There is no doubt about it. You're Commonwealth material. The distance will be an issue, but it will be good for us to have a settlement this far south. We need to bring you over to our way of thinking. And Rick goes, or bring you over to our way of thinking. He says, you're going to be trouble, aren't you? And Rick goes, hopefully not too much. And I love that. I love that drawing of Rick. I love that, because obviously you can just see all of Rick's beard and hair and stuff like that, and it's amazing. But that is the end of the issue. I'm actually enjoying where this story is going, because obviously Rick Grimes is now leaving Alexandria for the first time in years. He's going to the Commonwealth, and I cannot wait for that. And this month's variant cover is Maggie. Maggie, yay. It's not the best, I'll admit it's not the best cover out of the whole 15th anniversary variants. But, oh well, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Yeah. But I know next month we have issue 183 with Michonne without her sword at the Commonwealth, and you can see I did a whole video explaining the cover, and we have the Ezekiel variant as well. Also, issue 184 cover came out recently, and it's called Eugene Tinkers, but to what end? It's not, but to what end? It literally is titled Eugene Tinkers. It's with Eugene and Stephanie. So that's going to be different. That's going to be unique. Because obviously, I'm wondering what to see. Because obviously we've got issue 183 next. So obviously something that looks drastic. It's going to be intense next month. Because judging by the cover, it's going to be hell. Riot's going to be breaking loose, and Pamela's going to arrive back and think, "What the hell? This is not a good impression on Rick." So probably by the end of the volume, things are going to go down south. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next issue. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. Please subscribe if you have not done already. Don't forget to like and share as well. And I'll see you guys next month with another Walking Dead review. Goodbye.